Hello everybody, welcome back to Technology Moments. This one is the first video of 3 dedicated to Ring Video cameras and Ring Video doorbells. And in this particular case, the Ring Video Doorbell Wired, a recent model that may be a great choice for many. This video will cover wiring, identifying your wired components, connecting your camera and adding it to your system, and a little more, but as I said, I'm gonna leave some content for the next videos. If you're wondering which video doorbell to get, you're in the right place. Opposed to Blink, these Ring Video Doorbell cameras are available in several different models that even though they all do the same thing, it might be confusing for some users, especially when you're about to buy accessories for them. One important thing about Ring is that you'll always need a cloud plan, at least if you want to watch recordings. In our next video, we'll not only discuss how important cloud plans are for Ring, but we're also going to be having this final setup, with smart speakers as notification devices, echo shows, and much more. And of course the convenient possibility of using your cell phone to answer the door while traveling or away from home. We'll show you in this video very quickly the basics about the Ring Video Doorbell, how it connects to your existing wiring, and why it is required for this particular model, such wiring, as well as several others, and what if you decided just to use the optional power adapter. Keep in mind that this is the wired version, which means it doesn't feature any internal batteries. Okay, as we said, even though it's slightly different, we'll be analyzing this model, and while we watch, we'll point out differences with other models from Ring. Very simple packaged, it includes the instructions, mounting screws, security torque screws, and the corresponding T-screwdriver, and the camera itself. This screwdriver makes one tiny but important difference with Blink, which with any screwdriver you can pull it off. In the back of the camera, very clearly stated that you can use a 10 to 24 volt AC transformer for your traditional doorbell and will be able to power this doorbell. Ring Video Doorbell model, for example, includes rechargeable internal batteries. Very important to point out here that you can also use the 24 DC power adapter in case that you don't have a traditional doorbell wiring in place. Right here, I need to tell you and advise to use the recommended power adapter. Overrated power adapters in terms of amps, or just too powerful even though 24 volts, may end up damaging your camera. Sadly, I learned this the hard way. For most users, this is what you have at home, a 16 to 24 volt AC transformer, that if you have a back door will have 2 different doorbell buttons as these. You may have one generate a different sound than the other one as it activates a different hammer, as you can see right here. This one is the front door and this one the back door. If we measure the voltage right here at the transformer or at the doorbell button location, we get exactly what the transformer provides, which is exactly that voltage that lets some doorbell buttons be illuminated and actually powers up the Ring Video Doorbell. We'll then connect the camera as you would at your door. However, as it requires slightly more power, it is necessary to use this jumper so it'll get all the power the transformer provides at the door. Once it powers up, camera will be ready to set up and it would sound accordingly. Could you just replace the whole system with a power adapter? Yes, you can. And actually, I recommend that unless you plan on going back to the traditional bell chime, for example, if you are at a rented place. As it is usual, we always recommend setting it up on top of your desktop. Of course, in that case, you would need the optional power adapter. This, so you can test it and know exactly what you would expect from this device, where you're gonna install it, viewing angles, and more. You can use a DC power adapter, as we said. You just need to make sure that it provides you with 24 volts, 0.5 amps. I ended up running one brand new Ring Video Doorbell, connecting it to a 24 volt adapter with a higher amp capacity. I suspect that electronically, it should have had at least a small protection for that. One thing that the wired version of Ring has is that it always needs to use external power, so you may want to have a UPS in place in case that you experience too many power outages and you don't want to miss event recordings. As we said in other videos, that same UPS should also power your router and Wi-Fi. Other Ring models, as the Video Doorbell Pro and its second version, use batteries, and that is good, but remember to also have such backup power for your internet connection equipment. Different, for example, to Blink, this Ring camera will not activate your traditional doorbell. However, in case that you have a back door, that one will continue to work. Only the button for which you replace the video doorbell with will be cancelled thanks to the included jumper that you must always install. As I said, the other one will work as usual. Setting up the video doorbell is very similar to setting up most cameras in the market today. Download the app, create the account, add your camera to the system, and then personalize your setup. When you create your Ring account, you might want, at the same time, link it to your Amazon account. This is very important and it might be very useful, as you'll see in a few moments. This process, by the way, will also enable the Ring skill for your Amazon devices, so once finished, cameras automatically are added to your Alexa app. Once it powers up, it will show the white circling light. Select Add in the app, Doorbells, scan the QR code on the side of the device. It is right under the plastic cover. Select where the camera is located. You can always modify this at a later time. Give it a name, follow the app suggestions, activate the features that you want. I'll select that it's been installed, and finally the wizard for the Wi-Fi connection, which will make you select your video doorbell to connect temporarily to it, and once connected to it, it'll ask you to switch to your Wi-Fi SSID it should connect to. Provide your credentials here, and you're done. The Ring Video Doorbell will tell you that it has connected successfully, and it'll let you choose other additional options such as who you want to share your camera with, something, as we've seen, is very useful. Our recommendation is to take a careful look at each one of the model that it has, as notifications and recordings depend on that, arming, disarming, and away mode. You're then all set and ready to explore all those characteristics that Ring cameras have to offer. From the Alexa app, you'll be able to also configure many other options that are very interesting to interact with visitors and identify potential threats. We'll explore that in our next video. We hope that this video helped you in the process of setting up your camera and choosing the correct wiring options, and just as important, understand how it actually powers up and interacts with your smart home. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time.